Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of King Shinobi's Scene Breakdowns. I'm your host, King Shinobi. I'm back for another episode, and today I've chosen this to be a special anime edition. You know, anime is what got this whole podcast thing started. So I told myself, man, we've been out of the anime for a little while, man. We got to dive back into the anime. We got to dive back into the roots of how all this started. You know what I'm saying? So today we're going to dive into an anime video that I scrolled around, I looked for. It looked very interesting. Now, the title of this is When Rage Awakenings Get Too Intense. All right. When Rage Awakenings Get Too Intense. So I know you guys that love anime, you love those rage moments. You love when these characters lose control and have these enormous power ups. You know what I'm saying? So this is going to be a real good one, man. So when Rage Awakenings Get Too Intense, we're going to dive into some anime. King Shinobi Scene Breakdowns, Anime Edition. Let's go. All right, here we go. Here we go. Can't mess with the flow. We out here to get the dough. All right, baby, here we go. We about to get into this thing. When Rage Awakenings Get Too Intense. I'm excited to see this, man. Let's do it.
殺さなきゃいけない。
Oh, shit, before I get started, I'm sorry. Let me give a shout out to Anime General, man. Go check out Anime General. I just picked a random video that just happened to have a little countdown, if you would call it that. So check out Anime General. This is Anime General's video. So this is not my video. Shout out to Anime General. I'm about to check out this video. Let's do it, baby.
殺す？嘘つき。
Now, for those of you who don't know, this is from an anime called Hunter x Hunter. Definitely recommend you check that one out. That's one of the ones at the top of the list, you know, of a lot of people's all-time favorite, you know, so go check that out.
Nanda? もうこれで。ありったけを。正しかった。貴様を殺す。
Today we are going through the 20 most memorable Rage Awakenings in anime history. These are the scenes where characters push to their absolute limits.
That's one of my favorite scenes right there, that Ichigo, when he turned into the Vasto Lorde, yeah, or Vasto Lord. That was a dope scene right there. I actually used to have that roar that he does. I used to have that as a text tone on my phone, man. So Bleach is another one. Check out Bleach if you haven't checked out anime. You know, matter of fact, go ahead and get you a pen and a piece of paper and write down every recommendation I tell you. Write it down. Go check them out, man. Binge them all. Watch them all. It'll be great moments. Go check some of that shit out, man.
Tap into deep, often hidden powers fueled by anger or a desperate need to protect. So, let's start this list off with a bang. Vegeta raging against Lord Beerus.
Vegeta. Now, I was really into Dragon Ball Z when I was young, when I was a kid. I started out with Dragon Ball. So I was in like 5th grade when Dragon Ball came out. And then from there, I got into Dragon Ball Z. But since Dragon Ball Z, I haven't really been following Dragon Ball at all. So the new, I think it's like Super GT, maybe, is another one. I haven't watched any of those. So I'm kind of not like, kind of not hip to like the recent goings on of Dragon Ball Z, you know. But Dragon Ball Z is a classic though. Well, Dragon Ball, the whole series is a classic.
ジョパーティーを台無しにしないでよね。ブラバー。ビルス。やめろ。
Damn, Bulma just got straight pimp hand. She came into man's space, and that's what happened to her, man. You see, she hit him first. All he was doing was returning the energy. He was returning the karma to her. Hey, you slapped my man woman, man. He might get a little pissed off, just a little bit.
大に許さん。
And you know, as I sit here and watch this fight, I kind of understand how I got out of Dragon Ball Z. You know, as I started to get older, it seems very, what word could I really say, man? It's very like cartoony, I guess. I guess that's the best word I can come up with. Is it's like, I don't know, man, like the energy blast. I guess when I started to get older, I started to go for more realism as opposed to, you know, energy blast and these huge power-ups, you know, because I've always loved like just the hand-to-hand fighting like within anime, you know. So I think that's what really kind of pushed me away from Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z or just the Dragon Ball saga in general, man. Was I think it was a little too it's hard to get the word down, but I just felt like it was a little too cartoony for me, you know. But
Next up, we have Might Guy. Driven by sheer will and the memories of his father, he decides to open the Gate of Death to combat Madara's overwhelming power. This is the ultimate sacrifice, a forbidden technique that grants temporary power.
now this is my man right here. This is Might Guy or Maito Guy from the Naruto series. If you haven't checked out Naruto, put that one on the list too. Go ahead and write that one down. This is a very inspirational character, man, because just his will, his determination, his hard work after not being naturally gifted, man, and just to reach the level that he reached, you know, within his own realm, within his own like specialty, that really had a big impact on me to see the development of this character right here and, you know, his story.
Power exceeding the 5 Kage.
Sekizo.
ぶつけてくる体術技か。この陣とやり合うのは稀だ。
Those are the things like when I'm training. These are the things that I think about, man. Like I wish I could just punch, you know. He's punching so hard it's like compressing the air, you know what I'm saying? I would love to have that ability. These are the things that like drive me when I'm training, you know, to push me to the top of my game. You know what I'm saying? That's the way anime inspires you, man. It inspires you to reach like these superhuman feats, man. I love it.
Next, we have Tanjiro. Stakes are higher than ever as the Demon Slayers engage in a ferocious battle against the formidable upper-rank demon. The clash escalates with each passing moment, pushing both the Slayers and demons to their limits.
Now this is Tanjiro from Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is another one. That's definitely another one to check out. I actually need to watch the newest one, I think it's the Hashira training arc. I still need to watch that one. I watched that last one. I watched the Swordsmith Village. I watched that one. This is another great show. It also is another one that is very inspirational in determination, like just having that determination to get through, you know, hardships, get through things that are challenging, and, you know, come out stronger on the other end, man. Demon Slayer has a lot of that theme within the show. So this is another cool one you should check out. This was a good one too. This fight was very well done. My homie, the ninja, I forget his name, but it is very cool. My man with the 3 wives. That was my man right there. But yeah, he ends up losing his arm, and, you know, some things happen, but sorry to spoil you a little bit, but, you know, whatever. You're going to see it. If you're going to see it, you're going to see it. But yeah, definitely check out Demon Slayer. That's another good one. Got him. Got him, man.
なんとか呼吸で少しでも毒が回るの。何か言ってる。
Next up, we have Luffy. As the Marines intensify their attack on the Whitebeard forces, Sengoku orders the execution of Portgas D. Ace immediately. Luffy, with his usual recklessness powered by a deep-seated resolve, finds the weight of the moment settling on his shoulders.
Whitebeard. Oh, damn. Now, this is my man Monkey D. Luffy from One Piece. One Piece is another one. One Piece is another one I got to get back into as well. But yeah, One Piece, Luffy's another character that, you know, he exemplifies freedom, you know, kind of living life on your own terms, man. And he's very resilient, you know. He's very much willing to, as you see, he's getting punched in the face right now. He's willing to go through an ass whooping, get back up, and keep going towards that goal, you know. So the thought of fear and pain and all these things, they aren't stopping him from reaching his goal, you know. And that's what I really admire about this character, Luffy. And this scene in particular is when they were in Marineford, when he was going to go rescue his brother. And bro, it was some heavy stuff going on in this whole arc. Well, in the whole show in general, but this arc specifically, it really stands out in the minds of fans, man, because there's some things that really went down here, and you guys just got to go back and watch the whole show and get to the Marineford arc and just enjoy. That Conqueror's Haki.
覇王色のマジか
King's
あ
power.
の小僧あいつがやったのかよいやはり持って生まれたか覇王色の覇気身につけちゃぶるの
See, if you guys never have seen this show, all these characters that they've shown, these are all key characters, all key pieces to the story. So you're gonna have to go back and find out.
逃せばいずれ強大な敵となる
Next, we have Ichigo. He finds himself locked in a brutal exchange with Captain Byakuya. The two combatants move at a blinding pace.
Yeah, that's when Ichigo fought Byakuya. Now Byakuya, his sword had an ability where it could just pretty much like shatter off, and when it would shatter off, it would shatter off into the shape of like cherry blossoms. And as you can see in this still shot here, I believe this is his Bankai, which is like a second stage to his power. But he creates all these swords around him, which is very cool. So he was actually one of the captains of the Serete, or the Soul Society within Bleach. So he's a very powerful character. Ichigo, he's pretty much just a kid that stumbled across these powers, you know, and is taking up the mantle, you know. So this was a very key part, very key fight within the Bleach series, is Ichigo versus Byakuya.
Pace, leaving echoes in the air. The clash of their blades takes a grim turn as Byakuya overpowers Ichigo with his Bankai.
ヤクラ
Do it all with ad-free listening, song downloads, and more.
限界だな黒崎一動かねえここが貴様の限界動け勝たなきゃ何も変えられねえ俺は勝つぜバカな貴様名前なんか
I like the hollow side of Ichigo, man. There's something about that hollow side that I like. That's another thing you'll find out when you watch the show, is this hollow realm, this internal realm, which is very cool about the show as well, man. But yeah, that hollow, baby.
見せてやるぜ俺が使い方ってやつをよ
黒いケツ
Next, we have Nagato. The leaders of a burgeoning peace movement find themselves ensnared in a deadly trap set by Hanzo, the feared ruler of the Hidden Rain Village. Viewing their growing influence as a threat to his power, he orchestrates a facade of diplomacy, inviting the trio to a meeting under the guise of fostering peace.
Nagato!
Man, this is a deep one right here, man. This was like a key moment, bro. Like super key moment within the story. When they started to go more into the history of the Akatsuki, and the Akatsuki is pretty much a group of ninja, which they are S-rank criminals. So like when you're S-rank, like wanted, you're the top echelon of criminal, you know. So the Akatsuki is an entire organization full of S-rank criminals, you know. And you start to find out the origin of the story as the story goes on, and then you see that the Akatsuki didn't start with those intentions, and then what they actually developed into. You know, there's very key things that point out those parts of the story as well. So this group is very kind of near and dear to me, because they started out with very noble intentions, and then everything got corrupted, you know. But still mess with the Akatsuki though.
この女が死んでもいいのか。何としてでも生き延びろ。やれ。やれ。
That's the ghetto statue. That's what the Akatsuki, they later on used the ghetto statue to absorb the tailed beast that they were collecting. They were collecting these tailed beasts within the world, or the people who had the tailed beast residing inside of them, and they used this ghetto statue to actually extract the tailed beast from the host, you know.
Next up we have Future Trunks. In the war-torn remnants of Future Trunks' world, the weight of his actions and their consequences are thrown into sharp relief as he confronts Goku Black and Future Zamasu. The villainous duo castigates Trunks, painting him as a transgressor against the natural laws upheld by the gods.
神と呼ぶなら呼ぶがいい。
Super Saiyan.
あいつ。
貴様は俺がやる。
Next we have Asta.
You know, at some point I am gonna go back and check out all the Dragon Ball that I've missed, man, to kind of educate myself on it.
In the midst of the
Asta, now I haven't watched this in a while. This is Black Clover. Black Clover. That's another good one. I need to get back into that one. I stopped watching it for no particular reason. I guess it's just life. But it's another one that I want to get back into as well. Asta is the main character.
chaotic battle within the witch's forest. Asta and his allies find themselves confronted by Ladros, a foe driven by a ruthless ambition to seize power by any means necessary.
Huh? いらっしゃい。貸し合えんだろあの人間に。
Okay.
諦めないのが俺の魔法だ。一瞬で起き上がった。何を見せてくれる。
Yeah, I don't think I'm anywhere near here because Asta is definitely not on this power level as far as I am.
どこにそんな力が。
Next up we have Kaneki.
Kaneki, now my homie, shout out to my man Dylan. Shout out my homie. He loves this show, Tokyo Ghoul. This is another one that I need to check out as well. I'm gonna have to dive into this too. But yeah, Kaneki, he would always tell me about Kaneki. So I'm interested to find out his whole story and the whole story behind this whole thing. once I get a chance to get into this, man, as you can see, there's so much anime to watch, but where is the damn time to watch it? So we're gonna slowly get there.
In the dark, damp basement of a ghoul hideout, he finds himself bound to a chair, subjected to the cruel whims of Jason. As the days pass, his agony is compounded by psychological torment and visceral pain. As he comes to accept his ghoul nature, he breaks free from his chains.
最後に全部
笑える。
俺に奪わせろ。食ってみろよ。
Yeah, I'm not sure what, like, how the powers work. Oh, that's pretty nasty. With all the ghoul stuff. But this will be one I'll have to, like, really sit down and pay attention to. Have nobody bother me while I watch it, you know? Now, are they using blood? I wonder. Because I don't think it's like a magic-based system within the show. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch a couple episodes. Just introduce myself to it. At least read up on it a little bit.
Next up, we have Eren Yeager.
Eren Yeager, Attack on Titan. This is another one, guys, to check out. Now this one can be a little rough, a little harsh for those who are squeamish, you know what I'm saying? But it's a good one, good story, interesting plot, you know. I think this one, even though it's very popular, I would say it's an acquired taste just because of some of the gore and stuff. But if you could take that kind of thing, then dive right into it, man. But Eren Yeager, he is the main character of Attack on Titan. He's another character that goes through hardships. And like I keep saying, man, there's a repeating theme within anime, man, is getting through hardships, man. That's why it's such a great medium to watch. But Eren Yeager, he's another character, another protagonist that you know, he fights through the struggle, you know, and you always have to respect anyone that's doing that, you know.
Amidst the roaring of titans and the cries of soldiers, a desperate and horrifying scene unfolds. Eren Yeager, a young soldier filled with dreams of freedom and the destruction of all titans, faces a grim reality far from his heroic aspirations.
Now, I know there's a lot of screaming and crying in these clips, but the show is a lot more than that. It's a lot deeper than that. You know, you essentially have this world where these titans, they actually devour people, you know. So you have Eren, he is part of what they call like the Scout Regiment or the Survey Corps, I believe. But they actually go outside the wall because where he lives, they're enclosed in this wall, you know, so Titans can't get in. These Titans, these humanoid creatures that eat people, you know. But the Survey Corps, they do the real work and actually go outside the wall where it's a lot more dangerous, a lot more risky, you know. And this is an actual mission that they're on now, and things have kind of fallen apart. So just to give you guys some context of this isn't all what the show is about for you guys who haven't seen the show.
最悪だ。最悪の奴の手に渡っちまった。来るんじゃねえ！ぶっ殺してやる！どん守りきれねえ。
Next up, we have Naruto. As he confronts the
Naruto.
formidable Pain, who seeks to impose his twisted vision of peace upon the world, Hinata steps onto the battlefield to protect Naruto against the enemy. Despite her efforts, Pain uses his ability to lift Hinata and then brutally slams her back down, impaling her with his weapon.
Now, Hinata would later on become Naruto's wife. Ever since they were kids, she always would kind of stalk him a little bit. She was a little stalker, bro. But she would always blush around him, get nervous around him. She couldn't really talk around him. But Hinata was always there for Naruto. I believe she may have given him like a couple things he needed within the series or something. You know, just having some nice gestures towards Naruto. So she always had this love and this soft spot for Naruto. So I believe they're in their teens now in this scene that you see here. And Naruto, he has been aware of all this over the past years, how Hinata has treated him. And she's treated him very well. She's been very shy, but at the same time, she's really shown her attraction towards him. So when he sees this happening to her, and this is eventually gonna be his wife, my man spazzes out.
できる。キュービの力か。
Now, before, when I was talking about the Akatsuki and I was talking about the tail beast, and I was talking about their hosts that hold these tail beasts within them, Naruto is actually a host of the nine-tailed fox, like demon spirit. So this is when Naruto gets out of control emotionally or suffers some trauma and he can't control himself, the nine-tailed fox's spirit pretty much takes over Naruto's body, and Naruto can't control what's going on. So in this particular situation, this triggers him to lose it. So Naruto shifts into the nine-tailed fox, which embodies him, internally. And everybody always gives this scene a hard time because of the animation they use. They use like some Looney Tunes animation when they did this scene, so it's known like in the community. This particular fight scene right here, that the animation is just a little bit off on there.
この程度か。やるな。来る。早い。バカな。
And I also wanted to say, the more that Naruto loses control, the more that the demon fox like embodies him and actually takes over, and it can get to the point where the spirit actually like totally consumes him, and you can actually see he will actually be in the form of the fox, because it's consumed so much of him.
Next, we have Ichigo. The battle intensifies atop the desolate Tower of Light.
Oh man, this is that one I was telling you about with that Vasto Lorde. Ichigo turns into that hollow form. This is a good one right here. This is one of my favorite arcs within the Bleach series, when they took on the Espada and the Arrancar. Those are some of my favorite arcs within the story. And this is a great fight here with Ulakura is his name. This guy here with the bat wings. This is a good one right here.
Las Noches. Orihime watches in horror as Ulquiorra unleashes a devastating Sero, the attack blasting through Ichigo's chest and hurling him off the structure. Orihime's desperate pleas echo through the battleground, reaching Ichigo in the depths of his unconsciousness.
Tate. Orega mamoru! バカな。
バカな。
その姿は何だ？
井上さん！
But as you can see, all this power comes at a price. It's a loss of control. Sometimes you can end up hurting your allies, you know. So there's a fine line between, you know, great power and, you know, having great power. Do you have the willpower to control that power, or will you let that power control you? What you gonna do?
あるはずがない。
Straight cut this shit off.
黒崎くんなの。
がなぜそんな姿になっ
Oh, that's another thing about Bleach, man. That soundtrack, boy. That soundtrack be hitting, man.
たのかはわからんが。
Next up, we have Obito. Rin and Kakashi are in danger, surrounded by enemy ninjas. As Obito sets out to rescue his teammates racing against time, he experiences a fleeting vision of Rin that fuels his urgency. He arrives at the battlefield only to witness a heart-wrenching scene.
Damn, this is another one right here, man. This affected my man Kakashi. You see, he's doing a technique called the Lightning Blade. Well, it was probably called the Chidori then while he was younger. But that's his teammate right there that he's putting it through. He pretty much encases his hand in lightning and uses it as a spear. It's like a one-shot kill, you know, straight through the heart. So this is the technique he's doing on his partner. Her name is Rin here. And she was actually the medical ninja on their team, I believe. But I'll let you guys go and find out why this particular thing happened. We won't go into all that right now. But yeah, man, this is a big scene. And they were part of a 3-man team. So it was Kakashi, it was Rin, and then it was Obito, which is the one that you're about to see blank on them. And yeah, this is a good one, man. This is a very, very intense moment because there's a lot of emotion tied into this moment, man, and a lot of deception as well.
せっかく苦労して手に入れたものを。
一体ここは。
バカがたった一人で
認めるか。こんなものを。
どうしたのか。ちぎりの里をなめるな。
Next up, we have
Man, just to give you guys a little bit of what was going on, that was the wood style that he was using. The wood style, it gives you the ability to control wood, and that comes from the first Hokage of the Hidden Leaf Village, Hashirama. He had the wood style within him, so a lot of people have tried to mimic the wood style using his sails and things like that, but that character Obito, he actually was embodied with some of Hashirama's cells. That's why he was able to grow the tree branches and the wood out of his body, and that's what he was actually using to fight and kill these other ninja. Well, he was actually using wood. Let's run that back. Sorry, Ren.
せっかく苦労して手に入れたものを
So Obito didn't have any context. He just thinks Kakashi killed her. He doesn't know why. He has no context of what happened prior. He just rolls up on the scene and he sees this and he reacts to it.
一体ここは
バカがたった一人で
認めるかこんなもの
回したのかちぎりの里をなめるな
That is an official rage moment.
あいつは
Next up, we have Asta with another entry. In a desperate battle against the formidable Dante, Asta and the Black Bulls face an increasingly dire situation. Dante, the leader of the Dark Triad, harnesses his overwhelming devil's power, amplifying his gravity magic to extraordinary levels, lifting the Black Bulls helplessly into the air, planning on finishing them.
目覚めさせてあげるやめろ 我を忘れてそれどころではないようだ
Next up, we have Levi.
couldn't
Zeke
do
Yeager,
magic?
also known as the Beast Titan, experiences a mix of irritation and satisfaction as he launches a crushing volley of rocks at the advancing scout regiment, decimating their forces,
That
pondering
was
the
messed up.
futility of their struggle.
Bro, that was a messed up scene, bro. When you really got invested in the story and you saw that happen to the scout regiment, that hurt your heart. But Captain Levi, he was a captain of the scout regiment, man, and as he said, once they got decimated within this volley of rocks, yeah, my man lost it a little bit. He had had enough, bruh.
俺の巨人が倒れてえこいつがリヴァイか同じ何も見えない
Cut his eyes out. Kill him. Oh.
そうだったよな こいつはまだ殺せない。生きてる奴はいねえのか。そいつにこいつを食わせて、誰か一人だけ。
Next up, we have Goku. Beerus, the god of destruction, is awakened by a prophecy, destined to battle a Super Saiyan god. Since Beerus threatened to destroy Earth, Goku had to use his newfound powers and try to match up with the Destroyer. But when his transformation ran out, something else had to take over. Next, we have Gohan. As the Cell Juniors spawned by the monstrous Cell begin their relentless assault, one by one, the Z Fighters are brutally beaten. Krillin is knocked down, pummeled mercilessly into the desert floor. Tien and Goku are outmatched, and even Piccolo begins to stumble. Standing on the sidelines is Gohan as he watches his friends and his father suffer.
I forgot what android that was. 18 or something? Death of an android made him spaz out. Power up, my boy, power up. Okay. Yeah, just like that. Goku said, I knew my boy was the shit. Of course, Krillin over there getting done wrong.
Next up, we have Mob. As he steps in to protect his brother, the fight takes a brutal turn. Koyama's overwhelmed.
Now this is another one I don't know much about, Mob Psycho, but this is one I have been recommended by a few people, so I'm going to check this one out at some point as well.
Overwhelming power seems too much for Mob, who struggles under the barrage of psychic assaults. But as we know, when Mob's emotional state reaches 100%, the tables are destined to turn.
His emotional state.
の兄弟がいるなんて聞いてねえぞ。音を話せ。別だ。
I'm getting that ass whooped.
守るんだろ。わかるか。
100%.
俺が手をつかされた。だけどお前のせいだからな。
Ain't nothing more disrespectful than somebody just grabbing your face, bro. You can't do nothing about it.
硬い。
Done, buddy.
Next up, we have Gon. He demands that Neferpitou heal his friend, Kite, still under the illusion that Kite can be saved. Pitou, recognizing the depth of Gon's misunderstanding, takes advantage of the situation until he finally comes clean and informs him of Kite's death, shattering Gon's last hopes and sparking his wrath.
Yeah, this is a big one. If you type in like any top rage moments or power up, level up, this is gonna be there. Cause this is when Gon just took it to a whole new level.
Nanda. もうこれで
As you can see, all these power-ups, man, they come off of emotion. Even in the Mob Psycho we just saw, once his emotional state reaches 100%, he gets to that level, you know. So it's just, you know, that's a reflection of us as well, man. So we can learn a lot from these characters and from these anime, man, about like emotional regulation.
ありったけを正しかった。
貴様殺す殺す。
ここで止める。
恋を壊したくない。ついてこい。
I forgot the name of that technique, man. Got him.
成し得ないであろう能力。覚悟でなければ不可能。
See, look, he said that power could only be sacrificed through one's own life energy, man. So that was a price to pay to get emotionally out of control. And that's real talk, man. That's real talk for us too, bro.
ようやく得られるほどの力。
Before we get to our last spot, I want to quickly remind you to hit that like and subscribe for more videos. With that being said, let's move on to our #1 spot on the list, Goku. In a cruel act of vengeance, Frieza targets Krillin next. With a chilling use of his telekinetic powers, he lifts him into the air
Dragon
and
Ball,
detonates him right
that.
before Goku's eyes. This moment is crucial. Frieza's ruthless killing of Krillin triggers something primal in Goku.
But you know, this is something I do remember, man. And shout out to Quan, man. I remember Quan told me about this way back in the day when we was watching Dragon Ball Z Heavy. And he was watching it more than me, so he would be like, he would be cluing me into everything that I was missing that was going on. And I remember one day he particularly was telling me about this story of how Krillin got done dirty, man. So this takes me back to childhood right here, this moment right here, with Goku spazzing out after his homie gets taken out.
許さん。よくも。
Messed up, Frieza. This must have been the first time he went Super Saiyan, I believe. Hit me up in the comments if I'm wrong. Is this the first time Goku went Super Saiyan?
なんだあいつの変化は。
このまま逃がすわけなかろう。うわっ弁にしろ、このクズ野郎。クリリンまで。なぜ貴様にこんな力が。まさか貴様。
Weasel was playing around, man. Thought he could just come over and take over some shit. Goku was
If you like this
nah,
video,
bruh.
I am pretty sure you will enjoy this one too.
All right, nice, nice, nice. All right, man, there we go. Once again, shout out to Anime General. When Rage Awakenings get too intense. That was all right there.